That'll do. Good job, Torgal. Okay, that was pretty sick. Oh, whoops. Okay, that one I'm struggling with a little bit. Only because I keep on tapping the button, or I don't think I'm hitting it. Like, I didn't think it would count. That's why I let it go. Oh well, no biggie. No big, no big. Okay, so start with you. Into you. Into you. Into you. Then let's go into you for fun. And now we'll go into you for other fun. Yeah, that's right. Get parried on your big swing, buddy. And easy. Okay, I do like the punch. It's kind of fun. I'm gonna be real. It's kind of fun. A bone necklace. It's a material, huh? Very little rhyme and even less reason went into the creation of this ghastly neck ornament. The bones strung along its crude twine, most likely belonging to those unfortunate enough to meet its maker. See, I thought maybe I could wear that. Apparently not.
Who are you?
I am Sid, aka Clive.
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
I'm curious about that, yeah.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you...
Yeah, I dealt with him already, Cole. Don't worry about it.
You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
All right, perfect. It's one quest done. Now we gotta go and get the ammonia. Oops, wrong one. And for that, we need to go to Amber, which is down here. Somewhere along this area, anyway. Oh yeah, Amber's the little town here, that's right.
River was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
All right, it should be yonder over this way. Itchy eye now too. Oh. How come I'm not having to fight anything? Oh, they're an agitated hornet.
Here with blue flowers.
So hold on. So are they actually like they're getting into a scuffle with each other? I mean, they're high enough level. I might as well take them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure how much I like Titan stuff yet. Alright, just finish him. Okay, not all done yet. Lunge. Okay, I was gonna say that should be enough to kill it. Cut the leaf. I have another leaf.
Should be enough to keep the
Okay, that one surprisingly was even easier than the one I thought would be real easy. All right, let's go back. Now I think this should get me enough to be able to get the next renowned reward. Whatever that is, it's some kind of necklace. I know that much.
Sid, welcome back. Stolas.
Like I was gonna say, you gonna say it?
Not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself.
Nope, hand over your money, please.
Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them, woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
If he would have done that, he wouldn't have saved all those
He
people.
swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Yeah, I could see that.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it.
Hey, no problem.
I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
What is he saying in the background? Dude is about to go on a story. Okay, yeah, we definitely have enough because we needed like 295, I think. Rising Flames. Playing cut down time by 2.0. I mean, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not going to use your Rising Flames, but like that's pretty good. I'm gonna go to her in a moment. Here you go, bud.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Oh, it's easy as pie. A wild herb that when brewed into an infusion can dull the pain of a barber's blade.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you. Which means I trust you.
I mean, it's true.
The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
If she didn't think he could do it,
Thank you
she wouldn't
for
let
the
him.
kind words. True,
Terry seems like that kind of character.
but I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood.
So that's it. So
Failure
it's
means
a
death.
poison in there.
And even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physicker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives, and the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre.
That's a good speech.
Do you know what she once told me?
What?
It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physicist's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
No problem, Rodriguez. Yeah, just some more crafting materials. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this renown then. Get my reward, my jest reward. Maybe I can even, no, I probably need 350 for the next one. Nope, not you.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
I'll take a look at the list
Anything
anyway, but
catch
not
your
because I
eye?
think I need to. Yeah, no, nothing.
Think you can help?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Yeah, 350, I was right. Not long ago, I was accosted by footpads as I walked the gilded path and would have perished alone in the desert had not the Cursebreakers come to my aid. I owe them my life. May this token serve them well. So the direwolf jest. What is
You earned
this?
All done?
What are you? So you're a necklace, but what do you do? Excuse me. I mean, it's not bad. Combo damage by 5%. That seems okay. See, is that better than this? It might be. Because, like, limit break generation by 3% when dealing damage. I'll hold on to it for a little bit longer. I'll hold on to it. Actually, do I now have the... I do, I think. No, not quite. Close, but not quite. Is it time we do a little bit of lore? It might be time we do a little bit of lore. Just catch up. I shouldn't have much.
Jill looked white as a sheet when
And I need to go to the shelves anyway, so... You know, it's probably a good time. As good a time as any. Oh, never mind. We got into a cutscene. I mean,
Clive,
if I
where have you been?
still can, I will.
I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal.
Yeah, what?
Where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
No idea. Oh, wait, no, I do know. Yeah, Northern
My
Territory
father
stuff.
brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern
Is
Territories.
he
They
Fafnir?
were crossing a snowfield.
Is it
when he
Fafnir
heard
or
his
Fenrir?
cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command.
Okay, so he's not...
His name
Oh.
was Fenrir.
Okay, well, there's Fenrir.
Fenrir
All
the
right.
Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva,
That would make a lot of
girl
sense.
from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound.
Who else came from the
One
north?
awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers,
What?
just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
Mm.
If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own. His latent birthright as a Frostwolf. It
All
can only
right.
be unlocked.
That's interesting. That's cool.
Get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
He is. He's a good boy. A true good boy.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
You could word that much better, Tomes. You could word that a ton better.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
I want to go to Tomes. I guess I can wait. Go to Tomes before we leave the hideaway. Sometime later. All right. Looking pretty fancy. Not bad. I like the stone table.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Can I do anything with
Thanks
this?
for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Do I get to like do anything down here? I want to.
We need to begin work in earnest.
And work in earnest we shall.
I just don't know what it would be. If this is the thing for me. I assume it is.
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return.
Ugh.
Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
All right, not bad. Not bad.
Miss Middledore would let us help her with her dungeoneering. I wonder what she's going to dungeoneer next.
Okay, so let's go talk with Tomes then. Let's actually do the Tomes thing. Well, but then Ian Vivian's here. We'll go do Vivian first. So I'm curious if this will unlock something with the workshop. I really want it to, because I don't know what you could use it for. But if you can use it to like craft some cool stuff, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to it, you know.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it.
Check the
If anyone can
CCTV.
piece this puzzle together, it's you.
Check the security tapes.
And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
Not yet.
That is a relief.
I assume he'll take it by the end.
Clive, have you got a minute?
And if there's a Clive, go do this, Clive, go do that. Let Clive have some time. Let Clive have some time on his own. How did Cole wouldn't be here if I didn't save him? Ah,
For your trouble.
Byron.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron?
Yeah, what's he doing here?
up a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favorite uncle is here.
So is he gonna be giving me missions now too? I'm thinking probably. Meanwhile, at least I think it said meanwhile. I'm sorry if I've been checking my phone a little bit. I'm just kind of keeping an eye out for some stuff, just in case something shows up today.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
So weird.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Yeah, the relationship that Annabella and Prince Olivier is really strange.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmeks will withdraw their troops.
I feel like we're gonna have a Game of Thrones kind of situation. Because, like, is she gonna try to, like, kill Dion too?
The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded.
Like, just so her
Then
son
let us
can
keep
take
the
the throne?
negotiations open, give them time to
I think I
gather
implied
what
that.
gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would, of course, prevail,
of course,
there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmeks to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan,
That would be cool.
it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
That's a really poor way to look at
For
it.
every home that burns, another can be built.
That's also a pretty poor way to look at it.
The Empire will live on.
Sylvester seems a bit out of touch. Even Dion seems really like,
Dion?
what are you talking about?
Yes, sire.
Flower. Okay. I love the mural in the background. That's so cool. Woman riding Bahamut. That's a cool mural. I want to see that. I want to see it in full.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
Okay, so Dion doesn't seem evil. Dion seems like he actually doesn't want to go along with it.
I shall depart at once.
So maybe Clive can get Dion on his side. Maybe that's where they're gonna go with it, in an effort to take out Annabella, because she's like the main baddie. Let's be real.
MacGregor, forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
Okay, so there is an issue here. So they are probably gonna kill Dion. Wow. Or try to.
Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Yeah, like it makes sense because she's gonna want Olivier on the throne. Especially with how weirdly close they seem. This reminds me of something.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here?
It kind of reminds me of something that I think may have happened in real life. I don't quite remember. Where like a queen and her prince, well not her prince, but like her child were like super close. Because she wanted to like manipulate him when he was on the throne. So she was the one in control. And he was just the one, he was kind of like the puppet. I don't know who it was. I think it was something like that in real life, though. I think there was some, it probably happened a few times, to be fair. Hey, Byron.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then
So I have a bit of a hangnail bothering me.
Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
I mean, 2,000 is a lot. Oh, and he's got to move them all. Oh, that makes sense.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A
Yeah,
fleet
there
sailing
we go.
south
Got it.
past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Please do. I am intrigued.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? to load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah, no, it would be pretty dangerous.
Would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends?
Have another one apparently on the sand.
They made not
Why do I have so many hangnails?
But for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
No, that's... What would your life?
So it was the Waludas who spirited
Sorry
the
about
wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw.
Yeah, what was that, Unky Byron?
They seemed almost crestfallen.
Really?
As if in mourning. As if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield.
Oh my god,
And
man, I
you
really
have your
deal with this
answer.
stuff back of mine.
To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's
I need to get a better sleep tonight, that's for sure.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
I do like Byron. I do quite like Byron.
It's finished outfitting her little workshop right here, with a little help from.
Yeah, I'll tuck the Otto first.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
How's Gav on his way too? Is he coming?
I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The lands are in the
Okay.
are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
Okay.
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Okay.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
He's a friend of the cause.
So worried. He'll be coming with me.
Oh, okay. I see.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Alright, cool. Let's see. Johnny Loves Legionnaires. Welcome to the stream, friendo. How are you doing today? What's this game about? Oh boy, where do I start? So have you ever played a Final Fantasy game before? Cause not entirely like most Final Fantasies. To give you a brief like rundown on the plot so far, and there's a lot, trust me. A fun, wholesome game. I wouldn't call this one, it's a fun game. I wouldn't call it wholesome, just because it has a lot of like darker themes to it. It's a good game though. It is a really good game. Let's just say the plot is, there's a lot to it. It's hard to explain. Brief rundown. We were the prince of a kingdom. A betrayal happened. Brother died. Avenging happened, and we can turn into a giant monster to beat back our enemies, and we're fighting other giant people that can turn into giant monsters to beat back their enemies. It's a very It's a hard to explain plot, if I'm being honest. Hard to explain plot. Now, if you want a wholesome game, does it have a blood or violence? It does have a lot of blood and violence. But if you want something wholesome, I can actually give you a couple of recommendations. I'll even put the game on pause briefly, just so I can go through my list and see what we can have for you. Because I know a lot of fun and wholesome games. You could always try Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher is really good for that. Very fun, very wholesome with cute slimes. I've heard Spiritfarer is good. I don't think there is like any blood or anything in that one. I don't know much about Spiritfarer, but I say look into it. Fun and wholesome. You know what? Let me actually go to my library and use the wholesome tag, because I'm pretty sure, because I can't think of much off the top of my head, but I'm sure I could think of something if I put the tag in. Wholesome. Yeah, here we go. Here's a few. There's only Garden Paws, I hear, is very wholesome. I like Luna's Fishing Garden. Really good, really short, really fun. Not as many are coming up here as I thought there would be. Like, I don't know if I'd call I Am Fish wholesome, but it is fun. It has cute fish in it. Could always give like Stardew Valley a shot. Stardew Valley is really fun, really chill. Probably one of my favorite games, to be honest. So I'm just like scrolling through this. So Alex, I'm just literally scrolling through my Steam list right now, just trying to find anything that I remember being fun and wholesome, or anything that like strikes me as fun and wholesome. I know I've played a lot of them. I know you have like a couple Cat Cafe ones on Steam. I don't quite remember what they're called. I know you have like one where you like are in a cat cafe, which seems really fun and wholesome. I never played it, so I can't really speak of it myself, but it's been on my list to play. So I'm trying to think of like a wholesome in particular. It's like I could list off fun games for days, but I'm trying to think of like what would count as truly like wholesome. You know, I need to get more wholesome games. I'm starting to realize. I mean, you could if you wanted to look into Undertale, but like that, because I would call that fun and wholesome to a degree. But like, even then, like there can be like death and not so wholesome stuff in that game. It depends on how you play it, though. You can play it the wholesome way, in which case then you're entirely solid. I like Everhood. I don't know if it'd go in the realm of wholesome, but it is fun and it's pretty chilled out. Depends on like how wholesome you're looking for. Let me see. I like playing games like The Sims. Okay, Sims is a good one. Sims is a good one. That's a lot of recommendations. Thank you. Oh yeah, I've heard of it, but it sounded like a lot of violence happens with Undertale. I mean, it can, But overall, like, it has like sad moments in it, but it's not like anything too bad. But with that one, it depends more so on how you play it, I'd say. Ghost Trick, you could look into Ghost Trick. I consider Ghost Trick fun and very wholesome in general. It's Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Big love for that game. Actually recently played through the remake of that, well, remaster of that one. And that was really good. Very puzzly. If you like a good puzzle game. And there is death in that one, but it's all played mostly for laughs. Hat in Time. A Hat in Time is really good. I would consider A Hat in Time a pretty wholesome game. And these are all like different types of games, by the way. I don't know if I have anything that really fits like The Sims. Because I don't really play a lot of sim like, and well, really no game really does The Sims like The Sims, to be honest. So I can't really mention any other Sims one besides The Sims. I mean, a lot of the Lego games I hear are also pretty like fun. I haven't really played any of those ones, mind you, but what are some other ones? See, I have like some of them like in my mind, like they're in my mind trying to come out. You have this other one that recently came out called it's Cat something. Hold on, let me look up Cat on Steam. I have a game called Cat Goes Fishing. That sounds pretty alright. Okay, you could play Cat Goes Fishing. That one's on Steam for like a few bucks. Cat Cafe Manager is one that I have on my wish list. How's Cat Tuber? That seems cute. That does seem cute. I don't know what kind of game it is. Oh, is it like an animation modeling thing? I'm not too sure about that one. I don't know if that one's like a game or not. Cat Herder. All these ones, like, there's gonna be a lot of cat ones. See, when I think wholesome and fun, I think cat, right? I just think like cat stuff. You could find Little Kitty Big City isn't out yet, but it's gonna, when it comes out, that one is like amazing. I played the demo of that one, and that one was really good. Really good. Like I say, not out yet, but Little Kitty Big City, keep an eye out for that one. Do I not have, I think Night in the Woods is good for that. I think. I never played it, but I think I heard that one's pretty fun and wholesome. I think. I could be wrong about that one. Look that one up yourself. I have this like image of one of these games in my head, but it's not coming to me. But like you ride a cat around. I remember that very vividly, but I don't remember the name of that one. Also, if you heard that, ignore that. That was Megan playing a game, and we share our Steam libraries. I heard good things about Pizza Tower. I heard really good things about Pizza Tower. Wholesome, maybe not. I'm not too sure if you'd call Pizza Tower wholesome, but it is fun. Very chilled out too, from what I recall. There's a lot. You could probably find like a ton. To be honest, I love Road 96. Now, Road 96 could, I don't know if I'd call it one wholesome again necessarily, but I love Road 96 if you want to look into that one. That one debatably could be kind of sad though, of course. I wish I could remember the name of that one game. You could look into Cassette Beasts. I know it's very fun and pretty like casual, so probably kind of in the lines of what you're looking for. Turnip Boy, you could play Turnip Boy. Turnip Boy is really good. I've heard My Time at Portia is really good. I've heard. Baron Breakfast, I hear, is really amazing. You should play Baron Breakfast for sure. Baron Breakfast, I hear, is really, really good. I want to play that one myself. I haven't yet, but I've heard really good things. Catizens, Catizens, is one of the ones I was thinking of. Basically, it's like a colony builder sim with cats, which is pretty cool. Hey, Bass, welcome back to the stream. How you doing today, friendo? I am just having a discussion with a new friendo here about wholesome games. So if you wanna list out like fun and wholesome games for him, you can. You probably know more than me. You probably would know more than me, at least off the top of your own head. You have one that's coming out soon called Mineko's Night Market, which I think will be really, really good. Now, if you want to wait for that one, that comes out September 26th. Played the demo for that one on stream on my YouTube channel as well. But yeah, Mineko's Night Market is coming out soon, but that one is gonna be so good, I bet. Cattails, if you wanna, like say these are mostly cats. You have Cattails, Become a Cat, which I haven't played, but I hear is pretty good. Fogs is pretty wholesome. See, I haven't played Fogs. I've heard of it. I've heard of that one. I have heard of that one. Haven't played it myself. Coromon might work too. Coro Mon. That one would probably be a good one for you. I think I mentioned Cat Cafe Manager. Look, so some of these I haven't played, but I can assume they're good. Tinykin would probably be right up in your alley. I love Tinykin. I love Tinykin a lot. Actually, really good game. Trying to see what else might work. I'm looking through my wish list now on Steam, because I usually do wish list like a lot of more wholesome kind of games. You could try Behind the Frame, The Finest Scenery. I haven't played that one, but that one did look like it was going to be pretty good. And it looks like it'll be pretty chill. I'm sure that one might have a degree of sadness to it, but I'm sure that one would be pretty chill. You could try Lake. I played that demo as well. I want to get the actual game. You could also try what's it called? I think I played the demo of this one along with Lake. It was Unpacking. Unpacking would probably be a pretty good one for you. We Are OFK came out? I didn't even know that one came out yet. I need to actually go through my wish list here and actually like find some of these games, because some of these games I'm looking at and I'm like, holy crap, they came out and I had no idea and I wanted to play them, but now I'm realizing I probably missed a lot of games. Paparazzi, could try Paparazzi. You could go along with Oh, I wishlisted that one ages ago. Holy crap. Yeah, I have a demo for this one. Like, this is kind of off topic, but there's a demo that I wanted to play for this one game that I've had forever, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. You could always play like any of the story of season games, or like any Harvest Moon. That would probably work really well. Chicory, Chicory. A Colorful Tale. I hear Chicory, A Colorful Tale is a good one. Skatebird, if you're okay with a more like skateboarding kind of game, Skatebird is really, really interesting. Best Friend Forever might work. It's just about where like you... It's like a dating sim, but it like involves just finding a dog, or a dog, like your dog friend, I guess. But that one probably would work pretty well. There's a lot, yeah. There's a lot. I've given you a ton though. I've given you at least a lot to look at, and I kind of feel like I'm giving you too much, if anything. I'm probably just overloading you. Did you mention Little Gator Game? I have not mentioned Little Gator Game or Short Height or Frog Detective. So you should look like anything that Bass Ackwards says is going to be really good too. Bass Ackwards is really good at finding these kind of games. Gonna head to PC, so it'll be a bit. You mentioned Little Kitty Big City. I did mention Little Kitty Big City, yes. Yeah, you're welcome. No, always happy to let people know what kind of games might suit them. Right, nice Frog Detective right there. Because yeah, there's a lot of good games out there, and I love giving out recommendations to people, even if I haven't necessarily played the game. I've heard some of these games are wholesome and fun and would probably work well enough. And if they don't, then you know, right? Because like I assume you'll do some research into some of these yourself. I know I keep saying I'm giving you too much, but then I keep looking. To be honest, I kind of just want to go through my list now and just see. But I think for the most part, that's probably all I can really recommend. At least for now. But yeah, no, I think I've given you. Like I said, I don't want to overload you either, right? I feel kind of bad. I feel like I've bombarded you with like so many, you know. Okay, well, that's the end. I reached the bottom of my wish list, which is probably going to contain a lot of the wholesome games that I've spoken of. So yeah, you have 18 tabs. So hopefully you can find a game or two on there that suits you, that fits you. Because, yeah, they're really good. And if you want, you'll have to let me know what you think of them, because I would love to hear about them. I would love to hear about all the games that we've talked about today. I should probably get back to this one, though. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna spend just most of my time talking about, well, other games, right? But yeah, and legitimately, if you wanna, now I'm not gonna like volunteer Bass Ackwards. If he wants to, like he can do it himself, I guess. But if you did want to even keep in touch We always do, or well, I guess it's not necessarily volunteering bass backwards actually, but we'll regularly do like when they come up a let's watch of the wholesome games directs and that kind of stuff. Those happen like every few months, I think. So if you ever wanted to, you can always check out one of those as well, or just watch the wholesome direct yourself. Like I say, they happen like every few months. They probably have a YouTube channel. Just look up Wholesome Games Direct on YouTube. You'll probably find at least videos about them. But yeah, really, really, really solid stuff. Because who doesn't love a good wholesome game? Am I right? Just a good game to chill to, relax to, you know, whether by yourself or with friends in my case, right?
Tome says he's looking for books about Torgal. I know.
My knowledge is yours. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Okay, so let's get on to the lore of this game. Let's do some reading.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Because we shouldn't have much, but we should have some. In fact, I don't even see one here, even though it does say I do have one. Here you go, Curl. Sleek-bodied creatures with coats of silk and fur. Curls are anything but soft and will attack their prey viciously with tooth and claw, and even whisker. The latter, which can be used to generate powerful bolts of heart-stopping levin. Though native to the arid climes of Dalmekia, Curls have been known to wander far in search of new territory, and rumors place them as far north as the Dragon's Eyrie and San Brec. Yeah, see, I was really quick. Yeah, see, we'll get through these really fast. That's kind of why I don't even mind just, like, taking a moment to do this. The painstaking process of slicing away the bearer's brand so that no mark remains. Taria, the hideaway's physiker, has mastered the procedure, though it still entails a good deal of pain and of risk. Indeed, the brand is written in poison ink that any attempt to remove it should result in death. Given this, many choose to forego the process, even though their brand precludes them from ever leaving the hideaway. A rare breed of wolf from the frozen northern territories that is said to be able to conjure magics. An ancient fable from the region prominently features a frost wolf by the name of Fenrir, who was companion to the Queen of Snows, most likely an allusion to the dominant of Shiva, and defended her not with tooth and claw, but with bolt of ice. The Einherjar, a flagship of the Wuluder Navy, also known as the Black Galleon. Alongside the Royal Cavalry, it is the pride of Wulod, and is capable of swiftly delivering elite troops onto enemy soil to make war in the name of the mighty Odin. Members of the Gregorian clergy who divine the future from the movements of the heavens. It has long been custom for the astrologers of the imperial court to share their auguries only with the emperor, granting them significant political influence, provided, that is, that the emperor of the day shares Sylvester's inclination to heed their advice. Oh, that's Wyvern Tail. So symbolically, that's why he put it there. That makes sense. The elegant white flower that is a symbol of the Holy Empire of San Brec. So it's used as both a poison in the brand and also is a symbol of the Holy Empire. Though slightly smaller than her sister to the west, the eastern continent of Valestia is markedly more altitudinous. Sure. Her lightly wooded shore is guarded on all sides by nigh unscalable cliffs, having been ravaged by the Blight. Still, more grievously than Storm. Though Kingdom of Wulod is now her sole remaining nation. Let's see, Bass says, actually, I'm going to be busy for a bit, so we'll see you then. No worries, Bass. No worries. You take care of your stuff, Brendo. Don't you worry about it. So we did do this one. Yes. A nation formerly known as the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, occupying the western reaches of the continent of Storm. With the fall of Drake's breath, life for the people of Rosaria grew steadily more difficult, and countless thousands were forced to seek refuge in and around the country's already overcrowded cities. Then, in 878, Hugo Kupka's forces invaded, piling further misery on the downtrodden populace, but loosening the empire's grip somewhat in the process. The former capital of the Duchy of Rosaria, when Hugo Kupka's forces invaded, the entire city was put to the torch and the magnificent castle sacked, causing many of its inhabitants to flee. Situated in the heart of the ducal capital of Rosalith, this towering ivory fortress has been under Saint-Briquois command since 860. Although little remains for them to command, since much of the capital was destroyed in the siege set by Hugo Kupka and his private guard. An incident in which Hugo Kupka, hoping to gain his revenge for the death of Benedicta Harmon, attempted to draw out Cid, whom he now knew to be Clive Rossfield, from hiding with an attack on the capital of his beloved former homeland. The city became a battlefield, and amidst the death and destruction, many innocent lives lost their lives. Many innocents lost their lives. I was going to say many innocent lives were lost, and that is technically not true. Or that is technically true, but still read differently. A village located deep within the wetlands of central Rosaria. It was once the site of an aqueduct that was hoped would carry water to the capital, Rosalith. But these plans never came to fruition due to both the Holy Emperor's annexation of the duchy and a sudden influx of feral beasts, displaced by the Blight's march south through the Dim. Now it lies abandoned, many of its residents having fled to nearby Martha's Rest. What do we have as the next bit of lore? The Men of the Rock. A private army under the command of Hugo Kupka, originally employed by the Dalmacian Parliament to guard Drake's Fang. The bulk of the force was co-opted by Kupka when he seized control of the Mother Crystal, and has served him and only him ever since. Most Men of the Rock idolized their commander for his political and financial achievements. After all, few can claim to have been made permanent economic advisor to the Dalmacian Parliament, and built a wealth worthy of several generations in a single lifetime. There you go, twin side. The former capital of the Crystalline Dominion. After a unilateral maneuver by the Holy Empire of San Brick in 873, it became the imperial capital. A federation of neighboring independent city-states located to the southeast of the Dalmatian Republic. While originally part of Dalmatia, the cities achieved their independence in the year 857, hoping to step away from the Republic's internal struggles and focus instead on the commerce upon which their prosperity had been built. Political power currently resides with a council of guildmasters, prominent Canverian traders and craftspeople. The lack of a dominant or a mother crystal to covet, along with its considerable financial resources, allows Canver to retain both its independence and neutrality in the face of considerable turmoil elsewhere. As such, it lacks a standing army, the defense of its walls having been regulated to a small, yet well-trained city guard. The capital of the three cities of Canver, located in the tail end of Titan's Wake, in southeast Storm. It is a hive of mercantile activity where one can hardly move for the trade transacted on nigh every cobbled corner. I thought I read that wrong, but no, I read it correctly, I believe. Shouldn't have too many persons of interest. However, it emerges that he, well, I guess, this is Torgal, but yeah, I did read this yesterday, and it's basically the same thing. However, when it emerges that he is much more than a mere scent hound, he is a rare frost wolf, imbued with a sorcerous strength that he is able to call upon to defend his allies in times of crisis. On learning the identity of the one who slew his beloved Benedicta, he sends his forces to ransack Rosalith, capital city of Rosaria, and Clive's former home. In the hope of drawing him out, Clive takes up the offer and is able to best Kupka in battle, cutting off his hands in the process. But before Clive can deal the finishing blow, the helpless Hugo is spirited away by a mysterious man from Waloed. Indeed, indeed. A very mysterious man from Waloed. I'm still not even too sure who it could be. Did I read this? Or is this the one I read? This is probably the one I read. Is it? I don't know. I'm not too sure, actually. I'll read them both. I know I read one of these earlier, but I'll read them both. Student of engineering at the University of Canver, she is as well versed in the secrets of modern and fallen technologies as any scholar in the Twins, and means to put that knowledge to use in service of the Hideaway. I think that is the one I read. Daughter of Sid and student of engineering at the University of Canver. From a young age, Mid showed the same passion for invention as her father, and an even greater aptitude. She is as well versed in the secrets of modern and fallen technology as any scholar in the Twins, and means putting that knowledge to good to use in service of the Hideaway. Born and branded in Rosaria, Doris now captains the Cursebreakers, directing their bearer liberating operations in concert with Cole, her second in command. While she is fiercely committed to the cause, she abhors violence and will only bloody her blade if circumstances demand it. Which I'm sure it often does. A carpenter who resides at Martha's Rest, whose speed and skill, together with the surrounding marshes waters, deleterious effects on the planks and piles of the village's many bridges, keep his services in high demand. He was born and raised in Cressida, where his parents lie buried, and has recently engaged to be wed. Really? I don't recall that. An old ally of Sid's who fell out of contact with the resistance after his death. The Desert Hare spoke with Sid and Sid alone, leaving the other members of the Hideaway with few clues as to their true identity. Only this pseudonym, the name Ruzena, and the memory of that Sid met them in Dalimo. Whom else, then? Oh, the Silvermane. Chieftain of the Northern Territories and Jill Warwick's father. After his homeland's raids into Rosaria were finally quelled by the Duchy, his daughter was taken as a ward of the Rothfield family to ensure that he would never raise arms against them again. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Tom says he's looking for books.
All right, onwards.